at the end of the day, nothing substantial has been forthcoming. And the rate support that were offered last Friday, though a move forward, was a very small move forward, and it's a bit too little, too late. And as for proving a 25% downturn, it's not good enough, because nobody can prove that they were 25% down on 2019 for the whole month of May. So therefore, what they said they would be giving away wouldn't be anything, because nobody could prove that they were able to get it. So the main reason thing to go forward would be salary support. We really feel the government have to, and it's an appeal really, we want to appeal to the government to give us some help. And the salary support, we feel, needs to carry on until it needs to carry on completely until people don't have that 25% deficit. If they're going to prove over the next 5 months especially that this 25% has to be reduced to prove salary support, it needs to be done wholly until certainly the end of the year.
Going forward, we desperately need to have some sort of help from the government. Salary support is vital. As Jeff said, it's tailored to the size of your business. So therefore, the smaller businesses get less, the bigger businesses get more. That's absolutely vital, and not just for a period of time until we're back to normal. Now, will we ever be back to normal? I think you will notice there'll be a time when we have the Easter's kicking back in, whether it's 2022 or in fact if it's 2023. But up until that point there, we need help to keep us going, because as Jeff said, salary support is vital. It stops us putting people on the unemployment register. We help the government, it does nothing for the business. In fact, it's detrimental to the business to the tune of £24 per week per full-time employee through the employer's NI contribution, etc. So I think, from a government point of view, they need to keep that in place, and they don't, and they can't have this 25% down on a monthly basis, because a business doesn't run on a month-to-month basis. The business runs in an annual way, and we know we have peaks, we have troughs all the way through the season, so they have to annualise it.
The government has put a lot of schemes in place, but the schemes that have been tailor-made for our industry. And I have to say from this that I found that government to be very, very ignorant of our industry. With regarding what Jenny just said, yes, there's been a big impact in our industry from the loss of visitors, the loss of events, and everything that we're not going to see for 2021, with the hope that some of those events come back in 2022. That represents a lot of income for a lot of turnover for our business sector. Obviously, we have ourselves worked hard in our industry to develop the style of restaurant that we're running for our discerning customers. And obviously, we do expect the government to view this as a good part of the lifestyle in the Isle of Man. This hasn't happened. Working from home, obviously smart working in that case, has completely decimated our lunch trade. So we only relied on a now famous weekend nights, where I would assume that most of the establishments do a bit of work. But this is not good enough, for us. Obviously, we do expect the government to help our industry in a different way.
It's not good. Our industry is a massive industry on the island. We employ around 10% of the island's private sector. If you look at the youth of the island, we employ far more of that percentage of the young people of the island. And they learn skills in our trade that they then take into their further careers. And we support those people. And yet, at the moment, to talk really, I had a relatively good midweek evening yesterday. I took 8% of what I would expect to take in a TT Wednesday. So these are the issues we're dealing with, and when we talk to government about our salary support and so on, our salary support was turned off for our industry on the 24th of May, so before the TT week came in, we have no option whether you were 25% down or not to claim summary support at the moment. And this is the big saviour, not just for our industry, for small business on the Isle of Man, which is important because 95% of our businesses are small and medium-sized businesses, and we are the backbone of your economy, and we need support from our government to keep us and all small businesses through for the next year or two, up until hopefully the end of the pandemic should be, and normal trading we hope to take up again at Easter next year.
Grants that were given by the government to businesses, the one payment that fits all was quite literally ridiculous. I sit here on behalf of Barley Coast and Jacks, which employs around about 120 people, and for me to be given the same amount of money, excuse me, the same amount of money as a 3-man or a 4-man business, I cannot comprehend, I cannot fathom it. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We have more staff, we have more NI payments to pay, we have more bills to pay, we have higher rents to pay, and to be given the same money as a business, for example, a takeaway chip shop that has no seats, to be given the same money as them, I just can't get my head around it at all.